Welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus. This is Drew, but you may know me as Zeph. This Dungeons & Dragons podcast may contain fantasy violence, language, and adult themes. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Now, get ready for your paradigm to be shifted.
One last ride. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus bonus episode. This is
the bone episode.
The bone episode. This is the episode that we were recording after the Godscar Chronicles. This is you will definitely level your characters
First
up.
question: what level are we?
20.
You are level. What
20.
are you now? 11?
11, yeah.
14.
20.
Oh, okay.
Legitimately. So if there's ever, if we ever do another thing, we can definitely do that.
Wait, what level did you say?
14, baby.
14. So, of course, I am your host and DM, Calvin Piper, and this is basically just a quick little short bonus episode for everyone to kind of talk about the game and how they felt and how they went, and if there's any questions that they ask or want to know about or want to ask each other, they're more than welcome to do so. So we will, you know everybody
I'm
here.
leveling up. I don't need to be a part of this.
They don't need to introduce themselves. We'll go ahead and jump right in.
First caller.
Take the first call. We'll jump right into the bonus episode of the Godscar Chronicles. Tabletop. Okay, so
Tabletop tell-all. Ooh.
tabletop to T.T.T.T, all the T's, as many T's as we can put into it.
Double TTs?
Double TTs.
What?
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Level 14?
Level 14.
What?
You get some wings.
I have wings now.
Sorry.
Get some wangs. Okay, so this is kind of up to you guys if you want to initiate anything. What did you overall? Let's ask the question. Overall, what do you guys think about the campaign? What'd you think?
I loved it. I had an absolutely
blast.
blast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Non-stop action, good story beats. The worst part about it is honestly probably other people that live near you. Like,
Okay.
Looking
people
at
in
you,
this
little
podcast.
psycho
Yeah.
guy.
it's like I'm out here crying in character, and then it's like fucking. I'm like, well, fuck
Oh,
me.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. The
I'm
background noises, unfortunately, cannot be helped given that the city in which I live has decided that there needs to be new power, new gas lines, new literally
Roads,
everything.
Yeah.
Every time.
No, fuck them for taking care of you.
Yeah.
Infrastructure, such a bitch.
Hey,
You know
I
what?
was.
Stop paying taxes, everybody. And this wouldn't happen.
This wouldn't be an issue.
Okay.
I'm
Please
on
fill
take
the
it for
potholes.
granted.
Please fill the potholes.
I think you have to start in that case.
Unless anyone has anything, I'll just launch into some thoughts here.
Yeah.
I have questions.
Okay, you have a
Do you want
question?
to start questions?
Sure,
or-
you can ask questions. This is very informal.
So, I know there are like some aspects that we didn't get to like tie up as neatly.
Sure.
But when Lucius went to go, and all of us went to go see the witches,
Oh,
they
shit.
were promised things like dying breaths and
Yeah.
so on and so forth.
Yes.
You died like 3 times.
Yeah, but I didn't make the promise of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So
Nope.
what was the idea behind that?
So each and every witch did take a semblance of something from the characters. From Lucius, they took a last dying breath, so Lucius could only make 2 death saving throws before he failed.
Holy shit.
I did not tell him that because I wanted to set that up. But when he rolled a nat 20 on this thing, he succeeded.
The
So
If I
very-
nat one, I'm just dead out.
if you nat 1, you would have been fully dead. Yeah. But that was his last dying breath. Was one of his death saving throws.
I've been on
From Glyph, they took a few pinches of luck.
yeah.
I believe is what it was. Yeah. So basically, I took a D6 of rolls from some of his rolls without him knowing. So he would roll sometimes, and when he thought he should succeed but did not, it's because I took at my discretion.
Totally knew.
At my
I
discretion. But as a note, it was only 4 times, and I only used 3 of them.
Was it ever like pertinent?
No, never really like super pertinent. I didn't want to like fully break the game by being like, nope, I'm declaring that you fail. But I did want to. There was times where stuff was like an attack or like an adventure or something like that. I decided that it was going to be. I was going to throw a little hiccup in there.
I like
and
to think that one of them was when we tried to explain to T.T.T.T how to stand over a mirror.
Yeah, something like that.
One of those. Oh damn it! This is one of the luck checks.
Oh, no.
And the last one was a measure of talent from Thulgrin. I took away proficiency of Thulgrin's.
Oh, you even noticed? He's saying you want
Yeah, called his
I
mortality.
believe survival was one of his wisdom proficiencies. I took it away because
Give it away! Give it away! Give it away
yeah,
now!
and I took it away so he couldn't roll with it anymore.
I've been living on the edge this entire time.
And we never
so-
do.
The witches always knew that they would extract a toll of some kind, but I never wanted it to be a game breaking toll because I didn't feel like that would be fair. So I just decided that it was going to be something that was a minor inconvenience, except for the one that really had a lot of stakes in the game, which was Lucius. So I made his the biggest. So
I guess that carries with you your whole life, so don't get KO'd anymore.
Listen, honestly, everything past the Godscar fight is borrowed time, and like he is appreciating every second of it.
Yeah.
that doesn't mean you can't make the witches renege on their deal. It just requires you to.
Lucius
All
not
right,
even thinking
that's
about that
that's
right
a
now.
side quest. We go and murder.
Yeah, you
witches.
never know.
Yeah, because you know what's gonna happen. My fifth one is gonna be when I'm trying to like save some guy's arm, and somehow I'm gonna end up impaling him. He's gonna die. And
No,
I'm
he
gonna-
just loses the
All the
other
optics on
arm.
that. The
Oh, you
optics on
reattach
that.
it upside down?
Oh my god! How did you put my wrist in my shoulder blade?
Super weird.
No, you were just
And
like.
that's when Zeph learns regenerate and everything's okay.
Super easy.
He's got to kill those witches.
Yep.
Those witches gotta go. What was the scariest part for everyone?
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Not knowing if I'm coming back to life.
Oh, after the fight, the
Yeah,
training
a long time
thing.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, the training.
It was
You
exactly like
guys,
training.
you guys
yeah.
figured it out that day, though, didn't you?
It was the next day.
Yeah.
It was the
I think
next
it was
time.
the next episode.
I think
Because
we left it off a week.
mine was whenever I got fingered.
You got. Yeah. I don't
and,
know what we're gonna do.
I had
there.
to wait a whole week to
In
figure out
there.
what was gonna happen.
Yeah, I was
too.
nothing if not really good at waiting for combats to draw all the way to the end of the episode and going, well, we'll figure it out next time.
We'll see what happens when Matt gets fingered next week.
The thing is,
Other
I
than
was genuinely very scared during the Thulgrim finger as well, because not just because of the.
That was a difficult fight.
That was a really difficult fight because I was on my last legs. If I took any, like,
Probably
if
the
he just
most
breathed on me at all.
He was
Oh,
a real
I'd
shocker
say.
to me. The whole way that whole thing went down.
The essence of dread.
Yeah, the essence
Yeah.
of dread, bro.
That was that was a lot of fun.
Damn it, Drew.
It could have
It's
been
not.
real
All
bad.
right, that's fine.
What about like our favorite like
Hold on.
meme?
No, yeah, scariest moment to me would have had to been like combats early on. We're like, cool, we're level 3.
Yep.
And we
think-
get jumped.
I think everything from meeting Balefire forward was horrifying because like the first time meeting him, I mean I knew like at the time I was resistant to fire, so it's like I'm doing this because I have a chance. But then like being there and realizing, oh, this guy's
OP.
Damn.
this guy is already OP.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm gonna try to talk him off a cliff. It was a mistake.
And unstable, yeah, that's scary.
It wreaked a lot of havoc by doing that.
Yeah, Glyph knew the whole time he was going to kill him.
Killed him the
Like,
first
can't wait
time.
for Zeph to try and not kill him.
I'm happy you didn't kill anyone else, honestly, because your feelings would have been just amplified by that.
Yeah.
I'm always struck by no matter how different a character I choose to play, no matter how different it is from a previous character, or how I want it to be not me. Like these attributes, and it's usually a different one come out like
Which one was it? This
really heavy. I think it was it was my faith in people and my hope for them to my trust, just that I will give you my trust maybe too many times,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's what happened.
No, I loved it. That was one of the reasons why one of the reasons why Balefire was the way he was, because I knew that Zeph would give him a chance.
Unlimited
Just
chances.
keep going.
Not unlimited, but I knew he would give him chances, and so that I wanted to lend credence to that idea. Because honestly, Balefire wasn't even supposed to be the big bad guy.
Right.
Satan. It was Satan,
So
wasn't it?
no, so
Levistus?
originally it was supposed to be Levistus because the storyline was going to be that Ohiana's family was going to resurrect the Demon Lord, and he was going to try to make the Godscar bigger because that was his ultimate goal. So Balefire wasn't even supposed to be involved in any of this. He would have been a side character and maybe like a mini boss, sure, but he was not supposed to be the big bad.
So behind the scenes, did Balefire get rid of Levistus's chance of coming back and being the one to revive the Godscar?
In a manner of yeah. So when Zeph scryed on him, that what he would have seen after the events of what he saw would have been Balefire laying waste to the village because Levistus was a means to an end for him. He knew Levistus was going to expand the Godscar, but Balefire wanted to expand it for other purposes.
Yeah, to gain control of the process.
Right, because he realized that a living scar amplified his power, whereas Levistus was like, I'm out to kill a god, kind of a thing.
So Balefire wanted to make sure it never closed and that he had access to it.
Yep.
Well, I
Not
never got
even
the...
necessarily Balefire, but the powers that be over him.
Oh my gosh, who was controlling Balefire?
Because he had, we know it was Eunice. Like he talked about.
I never
it.
understood. I always wanted more detail between Eunice and
The Balefire.
Balefire. Like, how did that all come about? And then also, I was bummed that I didn't get to beat the piss out of Eunice. I want to beat
You
the
were
piss.
ass gonna die.
I
Oh
wanna
my
beat
god,
the
you were
piss
gonna
out
die
of
by
that dude.
yourself in that jail cell.
Like what happened would happen, right?
So, Balefire was created by
You know,
Emeraldi,
it's pretty deep.
who was tasked to do so by a young lieutenant in the Union, which was at that point a version of Rihan, Eunice, whatever you want to call him. He tasked Emeraldi with building the Draconians as a sort of controllable soldier. That never happened because Emeraldi decided after creating them that he actually did care for them. So he never finished the final part of the creation, which was removing the actual soul. Because when he put his essence in, he basically gave them a soul and realized that he actually cared for that. It was an unknown...
So he
it was
left their will.
He left their will in them without taking it out. Because he was supposed to just create mindless soldiers. So when the Union learned of this, they attacked and destroyed his labs. When Balefire went on his tirade, Rihan realized that he could use that to his advantage for many, many purposes, many of which are still unknown. But suffice to say, Rihan or Eunice is not a normal person and will continue to worm their way through the landscape, achieving a goal which is unknown. But I left them there because it's a bad dude, and I didn't want it to be just like, oh no, there's only one bad guy we have to focus on. It's like, no, this is the world. Like, there are many, many people you could set your sights on if you wanted to pick and choose, but who was the most pertinent one? And so obviously Balefire was that one. But Rihan is also a bad dude who has got a lot of dark secrets and even darker schemes.
Feel free to expand or not expand, I guess. But what class were they?
What class is what?
Rihan.
Rihan is not a class.
Ooh.
They are a legendary creature.
They are indeed
Okay.
a legendary
That's interesting.
creature.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay. That's pretty cool.
Dragon inside check.
I mean,
So was Rihan technically more powerful than...
Rihan is a dragon. Rihan used to be known as Avistor, the Steel Tyrant.
wait, really? He was a dragon?
Man, you kept that name in the vault?
Yo, we still got dragon business going.
Okay.
Yeah, so Avistor, the Steel Tyrant, was alive during the reign during the pinnacle of dragons in Tower of Mont before the Godscar, and then when dragons began to slowly die out after the Calamity, he began to take the form, as dragons can, of a person, shifting from place to place, trying to cement himself as a personal power.
So did a lot of dragons do that?
So they
Because
infiltrated-
We see
Yes.
3 then. That we ran into 3. We have
Correct.
Emeraldi, we have the guy in the swamp, and we have...
Yeah, Jagadi was also a
Yeah.
dragon who
We knew
sequestered
it.
themselves.
We knew it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, we did.
Yeah.
You guys
Oh,
figured it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was never.
That's not
It was
relevant.
never directly in. It was never directly addressed though. But yes, Jagadi was also a dragon from the times of.
So he infiltrated like a clergy of like Rune, then. at one
Yes,
point.
yeah, as the form of Eunice, he Evistor showed up there.
That's a weird angle.
Mainly, well, here the reason why is because during that time, Emeraldi was becoming what was known as the Prime Conduit, the
What?
creator of the Commonwealth.
Wait, dude, you called that you said a prime conduit, and that's so
That's
funny
how
because
you
there's
do it.
something in my setting called the prime conduit, and that's
Wait, is he conduit or wait? Hang on.
Contriver.
contriver. Yeah,
Thank
contriver.
you.
Yeah.
Contriver, because it's planner. He's the prime contriver, which is the.
He was the origin of the. That was.
he's the origin of the Commonwealth.
Oh shit!
That was another question
Because
I had. You've literally answered all of them.
As
now.
Emeraldi had, as Emeraldi said to the two Draconians was like, his goal in creating them was to enrich the world around them. The Commonwealth is designed to be a bastion of good in a world full of not good. So he created them as a group that does that, which then evolved into, once learning about
so good.
the chosen ones, he started to use them as his like network to find them. Evistor learned about this and then kind of put himself in a position to, if one were to show up, he could do something about it. Because a chosen one or a gifted was bad news for his schemes, because the Godscar was proving to be more beneficial to him.
source of yeah.
Power and control.
More control. He never used it for power, but it was definitely a point of control for him, especially when he began to run the Union. At
So
the time
were
that he did.
trappers his idea too?
Yes.
What a jackass.
Yo, I hate him.
That's half the reason why I wanted to set it on Hope because of June. Full transparency.
All of our headaches
Yes.
were trappers.
So
You're not wrong. Trappers are a
Trappers
bane
and
of
windows,
existence in the
dude.
Brasslands.
Windows and doors and trappers.
Thresholds and trappers.
I'm saying if we ever get a chance to do this again, I want to go
Run it back on you.
I want to go rid
Yeah,
the
cancel your
rid
plans
the earth
tomorrow. We're
of
doing it.
We're killing you tomorrow.
trappers.
did we run into any other dragons?
Nope. Those are the only
That
three.
was the 3.
Did Oleana survive?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to leave that up to discretion. I have made it to where you can either articulate that she does or that she does not. I will leave that up to you. I did not want to give a hard and fast rule to her story because she's not here to defend her story. However, given kind of the way things are, I had to do something with it.
Yeah.
So I had to give it a final send off without Liz finally sending it off.
What about our lion friend?
Oromir?
Yeah.
I still haven't heard
he's
back
calling
from
it rocket
I still haven't
lion.
heard back from Will, but I assume he'll want to kind of give a little bit of a thing. And that is not to say that Will couldn't come back and reprise Oromir at some point, but suffice it to say Oromir is still kind of in his story is not done. His is still one of revenge and
He's still doing that Pride March, isn't he?
Yeah, that kind of that's basically. Yeah, you're not wrong.
What? He's marching across the plains to find his pride.
Yeah, yeah.
Now
No, you're
just
absolutely
Lorian.
right. But yeah, that was one of the. Yeah, so those are a couple of the bigger like story hooks of the campaign in and of itself.
But what's the main arc of the Leonin guy?
What's that? Oh, the main, yeah. I'm not. I can't
Oh,
get any
now
more
I get
inspirations. We're done. We can't do
That
anymore.
one
So.
did miserably.
He needs to carry it through his life.
I'm
okay?
sure he'll figure it out. So.
Is there anything that you wish we would have like come across or been able to do?
The Dinkara.
Yes. Yes, I wish we had found the Dinkara. They actually could have been found in a couple different places. I wish you guys would have seen the Wandering Fields. That was a really cool.
Is that Uldal?
What's that?
We did not touch Uldal that much.
You didn't even go
Yeah.
anywhere into Udal. Which, yeah, so some elements of Udal actually transpose themselves into Crocodile because you decided to go over there. So, but yeah, Udal was a really cool place, which I kind of wish meeting the queen of the Vox Populi of Udal would have been really cool. I had a whole thing about that, but we never got to meet them. But that would have been a lot. That would have been a lot of fun for me, for you guys to meet the Vox
You're not
Populi.
going to tell us about it because we might meet him in a future.
I would say no. I would say that like depending on where the future goes, we'll kind of keep that for now. But the Vox Populi was very cool. So the two things I wanted to introduce, or I wanted you guys to know about, were two things that aren't even my idea originally. They were other people's idea. So the Wandering Fields was Will's idea of like a moving place that like never stayed in one place and always moved around. He told me about it one time. I was like, that's really freaking cool. And then I thought it was like a field or like a marshland that never stayed in one spot. And so it always like really is really cool. And the other one was what Michelle told me about this religion that believes that a god bestows themselves on a human for like the first years of their adolescence. It's like a Hindi.
Yeah,
I believe
it's
it's a
like-
Hindi.
It's the Dalai Lama.
No, it's like girls who are found like without blemish are like able to be like basically they like the conduit between the people and God.
Yeah, like when they're born,
And
they're
their
like, yep,
feet
they're
never
God.
touch the ground from the time they are born, like all the way
That's pretty
until
badass.
they reach womanhood, have their first period, and then after that, it's the next one. That comes and takes their place is really interesting.
What happens to them once they are no
So they are
longer-
loved and adored for the time that they are, but a lot of times like their families don't live very well afterwards after they like receive their daughter back.
So they just get kind of kicked back. It's like, well, you're on your own now.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, you live a fabulous life. They kind of
So
it's really interesting. I'll send it to you
Get out
if
of
you
the
want.
temple.
It's fascinating to watch.
So so a girl spends her entire life being treated as a god and then is kicked back into the world and is like, well, you have no skills, no learning, no like nothing.
I'm
Like,
sure you're not
have
gonna
fun.
have any trauma.
This is based
Yeah.
off of
Yeah,
a
you
real
like can't
thing?
speak.
It is a
ground.
literal. This is happening
Yeah.
in the world. It's a
It's a real
Hindi
thing.
Hindi thing. So anyhow, so the Vox Populi is based off of that of a person who is imbued with a spirit of a god, and they are the leader of Udal. And then after a certain amount of time, the spirit leaves them and is then almost like the Avatar put into another person. And there's this whole thing about you have to go find them because it's never like obvious. So it was a whole thing there. So that was one thing I thought would have been fun. Would have been like if you guys go to Udal, it's like you come right at the time that the spirit's about to depart. So there you are tasked with, can you please go find them? And then once that were to happen, you would have been ingratiated into Udal's kingdom.
Nice.
And so that's how you kind of
But I
translate.
bet it has
Crocodile.
better vibes too.
Yeah, but Crocodile became that for you guys, which I was fine with. I kind of left it in that like wherever you go, you go. So. But,
Listeners, just so you know, the story or like the YouTube video that it's based off of is The Life of a Kumari Goddess, Young Girls Whose Feet Never Touch the Ground by Vice Life on YouTube.
okay,
Super
I will.
interesting.
If you will hang on to that, I will
Yeah.
put that in the description of this episode so people
Oh,
can
Vice
go look
just
at it.
declared bankruptcy.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
Well, I guess that video didn't give enough views.
Everybody
okay.
watch it.
It's a bit of a late
Tell
plug,
them
Michelle.
that.
Say, hashtag
Roll
save
it.
Vice,
Yeah.
guys.
Tell them that Wow Magic School Bus sent you.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
no one to tell.
Is there anything else before we? I think we're pretty much
regret
said all
nothing.
we've got to say.
This was awesome.
I will say that I was. This is probably the most fun almost the most fun I've had playing a campaign. I would say
Paid too.
campaign 2 is probably the most chaotic and fun for me. But this one is right up there, especially because this was my world. It wasn't someone else's world, so that was a lot of fun for me. But I definitely will take a lot of this with me and a lot of the learning with me into whatever is next, and I hope you guys do as well.
I was just excited that I didn't come in until way late, but
Yeah.
I was just excited to be able to come in and start doing it.
It's weird because it feels like you've
felt
just
like you
been
were
here
here
the
the
whole
entire
time. I feel like
time.
you've been here the
Yeah.
whole time now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just kind of like you were here and then you were like, you want to keep coming for a little bit? And then I was like, fuck it, you can
You're just in
stay.
the other room, the other 30 episode.
I spent a long time waiting for your character to get revealed.
Yes.
I will say, as not infuriating, but like as it could be sometimes. I feel like you played Fulgrin to a T. I feel like he stuck to his guns.
Yeah.
on-
To that point, there was not a week when I didn't want to beat the shit out of Thulgrin, so I think you played him pretty consistent.
So like last campaign it was Raynar. This campaign it's you.
Oh, why'd you even say that name?
Love that.
Yeah,
dude.
you
Cool,
don't-
Preston.
know
That's
who
gonna be my
Raynar
lasting
is?
memory of you is
It's basically
Raynar.
the DM PC for like campaign 2, and we love that dude.
Basically a
He's
character from
gunslinger.
Outer Banks.
I liked Raynar.
No, we all loved Raynar.
Really
Raynar was
tired
probably
out.
Except for Mitz. Mitz hated Raynar.
yeah, because he had guns and Mitz didn't.
freaking stand
Wait, you
there.
had real, you had astral guns though.
Yeah, Mitch was the shit.
Mitz
what's
is
the
really
shit?
cool.
Fucking Rhynor. I just remember saying that almost every
Reverence is
episode.
the reason that I decided to play a support.
Yes. You did a good job. You did a good job. All right. Well, I think that's, unless there's anything else, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I know it was kind of short, but I don't know. This is a fun little side thing. So, and who knows, we might get together and do some more bonus episodes for
Isn't
those.
a fun little side thing the title of your sex tape?
The looks being exchanged between husband and wife right now.
I'm gonna go home.
Woo, that's awkward. All right. For the last time for a while, thank you guys so much for playing. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you all next time on the Wild Magic School Bus. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks for listening to the Wild Magic School Bus. I hope you had as much fun listening as we do making this for you. You can catch new episodes each Monday on whatever podcast platform you use. While you're there, leave a review if you want. It actually helps us out. We've got socials too. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wild Magic Pod or on Reddit at r/Wild Magic School Bus. Either way, stop by and say hello. We're always happy to meet new friends. See you next time.